Oh, there we go. Final game.
And folks, the college tournament.
My college.
For one team.
I'll be like,
some incredible action
and make some threes and be like, yay.
I'm Kevin Harlan
alongside
Clark Kellogg.
What to do with this guy?
We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the four-man position.
In any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out statistically level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons.
Got to shoot a three with the college's best rebounder.
Their winning is coming through solid.
I'm hitting the moves on a skirt.
Beyond the arc. And it's Freak missing.
Okay. They want us to take it away.
Now here's Decker. Right on him. And stolen by Freak.
What a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at
you know that, fool.
It's Crawford on the wing. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hill has the open look. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
I can easily get
the Wolverines leading by 3.
Take it away. Take it away. This guy, why is Mr. Matt Decker, whatever the fuck his name is? Whatever, no.
From 11 feet away, misses off the right iron.
What in the world his name is? What are those? Oh no. Oh, he ain't making that crap. He ain't making that.
Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Hey, Smith. Hey, Smith.
Michigan with the ball, and Wisconsin.
Good job. Good boy, Smith. No points in the last, like, 30 minutes, dude. So that's sort of
Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward.
Oh! Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a yeah! Right there.
Yeah!
The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Just 1 year ago, I won high school.
You need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, me ugly too.
Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll.
Oh, that just works. Oh, score 10 points in 10 minutes. Oh. Just a minute and a half.
And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And it will end in Michigan taking home the trophy.
In a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Baker in at the 3. Ellis is out there with Smith. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 guard.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the 4.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Smith with a screen on Hawkins. Here's Baker. The three-pointer, no good.
Bit small. Just a little. 6 points for
Hawkins with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Kaminsky misses.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Hawkins shot good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And here's Freak. 6 points for him. Smith sets the pick for Freak. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Freak's got 8.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to isolate and the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the wide open shot from Decker. From outside off the mark. The Wolverines leading by 4. Baker in its small forward. Smith is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2 spot. And out of bounds is the Badgers gain possession. Now here's Peyton to the wing on the left. Gibson the screen. And Walker kicks to Gibson. Peyton outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
Hey, Knight, can I actually see the ball, please?
Knight dishes to Tate. He feeds it to Freak.
Swish.
The three-pointer is right on target. And now a 5-point Wolverine lead. Freak's gone 6 of 11 tonight. More makes than misses. The Badgers making a switch here. Hawkins is checked in. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the second half. And he gets it to go.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
And it's Freak missing.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
A 3-ball.
Swish.
The Badgers pull it in.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wolverines.
Well, I got got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness. And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Sticking too much.
Connects.
As much a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And the Badgers with possession here. Kaminsky is checked in for Wisconsin. .52 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here is Hawkins. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
30 seconds left to play in the second half. Now Decker. Evans with it. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Ellis against Evans. Kicks it to Decker.
The work for that rebound. He got it done.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. From deep, misses the shot. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure break they've been under all tournament long. This is pure...
Yes!
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You bet here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother, this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now.
Good evening, and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
270 pounds. Jahlil Okafor.
With the in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia.
Kristaps Porzingis. Dude, 20, he don't got heavy. So
with the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario
Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
I told her. I actually go to the Pacers.
With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow with the 11th pick in the NBA draft.
I'm going to the Pacers.
The Indiana Pacers select Cameron Baker from the University of Michigan.
But that means I'll be blowing Paul George, yes. Some good assist out there, too. 17, 7, wow, that was crazy.
Let's do this, young man.
Skip this crap.
You met working at the pool?
Okay, so that's basically one of 8 against the Raptors. What I always do so I can play rookie. Sorry. 12 minutes simulation. So you know. Defense. DJ 36 5. No, I don't need the weapon. So, home, our white is home. Okay. No way. That's great. That's the greatest. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good arm sleeve to use. So, my first game will be against Toronto. I only do the 12-minute quarters. I don't care how long it takes. Oh. That means I can play with the Pacers. That means I can play with Paul George, George Hill, whatever.
Here we go.
Who else?
My first NBA game.
David West.
Something I've been waiting for my entire life.
David West.
To be honest.
Not really him anymore because he's with the Lakers.
But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Let's get a triple-double. Let's get a triple-double first game. Maybe I can start. Hey, it's Cameron Baker. Cameron Baker. Cameron Baker. So it's only been 20 minutes. Oh, damn. Oh, kill myself. Yes. Oh, Canada. Okay.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway.
Who else?
And here at 2K Sports,
Jordan Hill.
we couldn't be happy.
Jordan Hill.
Stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Baker.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard.
Good job, young man. Oh,
yeah,
and
the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
And so in the game for Baker in its small forward. Mahinmi is out there with Paul George. Then there's Ellis. And it's Hill in at the guard position. And that one's good, George.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
Playing with Paul George.
To the contrary, they haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Kevin, look here at last.
First assist.
Second in free throw percentage. Third in fewest turnovers per game.
I'm about to
and they also showed up in the top 5 in overall offense. This team has no trouble.
Looking back at their superb free throw percentage, it speaks volumes about their skill level and mental focus. They had very few letdowns in concentration.
Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Inside, banked in off the glass. George has got 10.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
DeRozan with it. Picked up by Ellis. Carroll, no one around him. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for DeMarre Carroll, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Pacers also with a sub. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Hill.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now here's Freak. DeRozan defending. Here's Baker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay. And there you have it, folks. The very first NBA bucket from Baker.
You know, maybe not the prettiest bucket he'll ever score, but it'll always be the first one.
And the first will make it the prettiest one. Well, no matter how he got it, just a fantastic moment in this young man's career and his basketball life.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Turner with a screen for Freak. Outside Turner.
Oh, this guy.
Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Ellis. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Ellis has got his first 2 points.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far. No doubt about that.
That's a good foul.
Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy.
Points.
He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
Rodney Stuckey's pretty good.
Stuckey, a screen on Johnson.
I know that.
Kicks to Stuckey. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pacers lead by 16.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Johnson. DeRozan's got his second basket.
Talking about Biombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect, was the 7th pick in 2011. His shot and general awareness were the biggest concerns, but last season he shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
Baker. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Joseph. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. In fourth, the Raptors.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
And getting back to Biombo for a moment, he has the potential for a breakout year. I mean, all the physical tools you would want. He's seen enough of the game. He's worked on those skills. Now it's time to just put it all together
I too much
and
heat on
become
the
the
pass.
player your potential dictates.
It ain't coming 100 miles towards you, so you gotta really catch that.
Doubled by Baker. Joseph dishes to Johnson. Here's Patterson. And the Raptors miss again. Indiana leading by 13. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
His biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
Thanks, Doris.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Count that one.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
A chance now to see the numbers for Monte Ellis, how he performed last season. He averaged about 19 points last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
Pass to Baker.
He is.
Turner with a screen on Johnson. Ellis outside, trying his luck deep, and the Pacers another 3.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
They double in with Freak.
I don't know.
Here's Patterson. That's in there. Jackson with the assist.
Patterson's got
his first basket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They set the pick. Ellis left side. The feed to Freak. His 3-pointers off the mark.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
Patterson setting the pick for Johnson. And the pass to DeRozan.
Oh, this is shot.
It's a big height bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Stuckey for 3. Earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's...
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you? And the Raptors with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. Johnson comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's DeRozan in for Joseph. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And Johnson drops them both.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Johnson. Over in the corner, Ellis. The offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Pacers lead by 7.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic Clark improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Freak.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And back to James Johnson. Yeah, he improved his shooting percentage, but the rest of his game has been kind of in a holding pattern. He's averaging neither highs nor lows in any other category, and that means to me he may have flattened out in terms of reaching his potential.
And a wide open look for Freak. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. 11 points for Freak.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here. Talking about James Johnson, the reality is he's a role player. Like most NBA guys, he certainly can be a valuable role player, especially if he can shoot near 60% from the field again. But don't expect him to suddenly become LeBron. That's not his game, nor his ceiling.
Doubled by Baker. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Tries it from 9. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Pacers leading by 11. Ellis kicks to Freak. 1:46 left to play here in the half.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Clock at 6. Ellis kicks to Freak. Takes the 3. Shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Outside Lowry. It's stolen by Mahimi. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And stolen by Patterson. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there. And 1:01 left now here in the second. That time from Kyle Lowry. And that's now 7 points for Johnson. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Ellis, the pass to Baker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Freak's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot.
Patterson a screen on Stuckey. And DeRozan kicks to Johnson. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Turner.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Raptors trail by 15. To the inside. Johnson. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's now 7 points for Johnson. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Ellis, the pass to Baker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Freak's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Johnson in the corner. Here's Patterson. Cranes the three-pointer. Patterson's got 8. DeRozan. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pacer.
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he's one of the premier wing players in the NBA. You know that defensively he's always going to do the job, but he's just as valuable on the other end, scoring off the catch or the dribble.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started with a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
I see you again. I really just want to go to my next season. I'm just gonna play that game. 15 point, yeah, pretty good. Those are the best first game. And Paul George is moving into George is my dad. PG-13 my man. What was that? Yeah. I'm just gonna sound this one.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's gonna be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against Miami.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the benefit.
It's here for the Pacers.
eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friends called her up and said, Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell? And my mom says, yes, sirree, Bob, it was him. That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives, like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and weave thread, that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked.
Sure, good for you.
I'll tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Nothing goes together like the Pacers and Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. They put together game after game, winning 5 games in a row. Again for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game.
Mr. Dom Pagnotta. The diamond and platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at? I think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah?
PlayStation. PlayStation!
Oh man, Anthony Davis. One of the most unique talents in the NBA. I see a lot of myself in him. I can't wait to face him and see if I can get the upper hand. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's the ultimate test to see where my game is at right now. And I live for these moments. So bring it on, Brow.
We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports. And for the
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?